it's Laura from Laura's Handcrafted Treats and Treasures. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, today I am on part 2 of my Autumn Breeze, I think it was, journal. I should write this down. One thing, if you watched the last video, that thank goodness I did, because I forgot. But first, let me explain what I did. I covered this or I inked it, if you watched the last video, and then I didn't like it, and I did decide to go ahead and cover this. But what I had forgotten to do, or I thought I forgot to do, was before this piece went in, like this is all over the map. I don't know, I'm just getting back into it, so I don't know why I can't concentrate. But what I should have done, or I didn't realize, was taken this piece before it was glued in and put it right down the center of my signature and marked where those holes were going to go. Also, I should have marked a top and a bottom, because if you don't get these lined up right, and then you go to put your signature in and your top was down here and your bottom's here, then your signature may be off. You know, it may be sticking out the end. I've done that before. So I was like, oh no, I forgot to do that. Well, I already did it. I forgot that I had done it because, like I said, I had started trying to get this together, and I laid this piece down by chance. I laid this the right way. So now all I have to do is poke my holes and get my signatures in. So you've probably seen this done before. If you watch anyone that does journals, sometimes they have that little cradle thing, but I just use a book. And I'm just going to do the one, and then I'll come back after they're done. And I'm going to start with the third, because for some reason I find out starting from the back to the front works better. But before I do that, because I do not want this to move on me, I'm going to put clips in it. And I'm going to clip each side so these papers don't shift. Once I get the holes in there, these will not come off until the signature is sewn in. Okay. And clip that. Okay. So I'm just going to take my awl, I think it's called an awl or ice pick, anything with a sharp edge. And I'm going to put it right on that dot where I had made that hole, and I'm just going to punch it through. Same thing for this one. Punch it through. And this one. Now, I suppose you could start from front to back. I don't know why just back to front has always seemed more comfortable. So you have to just do what is ever comfortable for you. And you can see I have marked this is signature 3. So these stay on. Then what I'm going to do, also another thing, is you want to make sure your book is the way you want it up. When I have in the past as well, unfortunately, because the cover is the same, flipped it over, had the wrong side. But this is right. I can see my holes lined up exactly, so I do have it in the right spot. Another thing that would be helpful is if you just made your signature a little bit shorter on either end, you could probably make that mistake and get away with it. All right, so I am going to use embroidery floss for this one. Here's some noise in the background. We're getting snow again today, so lights are flickering, and it just went off and popped back on. So, yeah, it's just something we have to deal with here in Michigan. All right, so I'm going to start with my middle and the back of the front cover, and then just pull this through. Now, sometimes my hands don't work all that well. That one went through, and I'll get pliers to kind of help pull that through. And then this is always a struggle for me. I say this every time. It's my least favorite thing to do, but I do like the look of it. All right, so I'm just going to find the hole, and I know you can't see what's going on, but there it is. And then this one might be a little bit tougher. Yep, I'm gonna grab my pliers. I'm not even gonna mess with it. All right, so I have that one through. Now I'm gonna pull it to about here. Oh, and I forgot to mention at the beginning, your string is 3 lengths of the book. A little bit longer. If there's extra, you can always leave it hanging out for like beads and stuff, but about 3 lengths and a little bit more. Now, when you put this one back through, you don't want to split these threads, because if you split those threads, it's going to be much tougher to get your book tight. So don't split the threads when you go back into the hole. But I am going to pull that a little bit tighter. And then I have it through there. And excuse my head if it's in the way. Yeah, this is the struggle. Always. For me. There we go. Did I split the threads? No, I do not believe so. All right. And then we're going to pull that tight. Get the rest of that string through there. I think we're going to pull it tight. Where is it? Okay, here we go. Oh, goodness. This might not even make the video because it is tough for me. Okay, I don't know why it's so hard. Everybody else seems to do it so easily. All right, so now I'm gonna start to tighten that up. And actually, I might have way more string than I need. But I'm going to start to tighten that up, and I'm going to kind of hold it, but I'm not going to be too concerned because I'll do the tightening afterwards. And I have torn them apart and redone them because I couldn't get it tight, and that's okay. I just keep persevering. Like, just keep going for it. There we go. Okay, I do have it through that one. Okay. So, again, I'm going to pull that through. All right, now I'm going to tighten this, and it's tight. This one's not tight yet, but I'm going to try to hold that, and then when I come this way, you want to go through the opposite side of your book. And then this is where I just start to really, yep, it's good. But here's where I struggle, because once I let it go and my fingers don't seem to want to cooperate, then I have trouble. But I got a hold of it. I'm not letting go. And I'm just going to keep feeding that string. Wait a minute, where'd it go? Ah! You know, if I could just send the books out and have somebody else do this part, I probably would. Oh, I see I undid it. All right, so I have a hold of that. I'm not gonna let go. I'm just gonna try to hold this with my fingers until I can get that up underneath there and pull. Then I'm gonna sort of tighten it again. Oh, I got that one. Don't think the other ones are gonna go smooth, because they won't. So once I've done that, I'm just gonna put another knot in there. And you can even do 3. And you can tie a bow, but I just don't like the way the bows look, and I can never get them good, so I just usually trim my strings off, and that was way too long. But anyway, there it is. And if I wanted to, that longer string that came out the top, I could always feed it right out through the top. Maybe I'll do that with the center one. But yeah, I've got a good catch there, and It's good there. And yeah, so I'm going to do the rest of them and then I'll come back. All right, I have my signatures in, all ready to go. Look pretty good. So yeah, that's a good start. So another thing I have worked on is getting all of the pockets together and getting everything inked. I've inked the ephemera. This is all my inked stuff. And then I had some that did not have color on the back. And sometimes I do that when I'm printing. I either forget that I want to print the back because I don't like the stark white, or it's alongside something where I don't really need to print the whole thing, but there's a couple of cards in there, so I just print them and cut them out. And so then what I do is I get into my stash and I have solid scraps and lined scraps, and I have this in just regular paper and cardstock paper. Those are in a different folder. And then I just start digging through, and you can see I've done a pretty good job. I either make a master board that I can cut into later, or I use it to back some of my projects. So I have spent some time backing all of these. I just need to get them cut out and inked. And it's really just super simple. I've saved one to just do, and it's just really easy as putting some glue on there. Now I use Scotch glue stick. The trick is you want to get it really covered. You don't want to go lightly on this because you don't want it coming up. I do this a lot, and I've never had anyone come back with who has gotten one of my journals and say, you know, their cards are coming apart or splitting or anything. So, which they're easy to fix, but the point is sometimes you can just use a hairdryer and heat them back up, and then it'll reactivate that glue. And then I just push it down, and then while it's sort of still wet, I start to curl it a little bit back, start to work that paper into it. And yeah, it's that simple. So I am going to go ahead and finish cutting all around here and inking, and then I'm going to start laying out what I'm going to put in the book. Okay, I am starting to fill the book. I have some the pockets. I did a strip of paper for journaling. I did each of the inside cover or inside signature, the middle. I've decorated those and put some journal cards in them. And I used just sort of a theme here. I had 3 of these left, so that worked out. They came from Dollar Tree, but didn't they work well in here? And then here's the last one. And yeah, so I have a very good start to the journal. So I'm going to finish this off. And then when I come back, I'm going to do a flip through. I'm going to finish the cover, finish the inside, and part 3 will be the final flip through. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you then. Bye.